So have you ever felt it? You know that weird kind of cold feeling you get when you're in an empty office park late at night? Or maybe when you're scrolling online and you see an image that's just a little bit too perfect, a little bit off? Well, there's this really unsettling aesthetic that seems to be creeping into everything, into our cities and our social media feeds. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what's really going on with the architecture of modern fear.
It really all boils down to this one question. Why do places that are built for people, hallways, waiting rooms, subway stations, why do they feel so deeply wrong when they're empty? It's this universal feeling, right? It's a primal sense of unease, like something is missing, or maybe that something you don't want to see is about to show up.
To get to the bottom of that feeling, we've got to talk about the idea of the unsettling in between. It's an incredibly powerful concept that storytellers and artists have been using for, well, centuries, to get right under our skin. And the key to this whole thing is a concept called a liminal space. The word liminal actually comes from the Latin word for threshold. So think about it. It's not a destination. It's the journey between two places. It's the hallway, the doorway, the waiting room. These are spaces of transition. And it's that pure uncertainty that creates this, creeping sense of dread. And this feeling isn't just about physical places we can see. Liminality can be physical, for sure, like that empty airport terminal at 3 a.m., but it can also be psychological, that terrifying transition from childhood into adulthood. Or it can even be metaphysical, blurring the lines between sanity and madness, or even between life and death. And if you want a perfect example of this in action, just think about the movies. Think of those endless, eerily symmetrical hallways of the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. I mean, that is the ultimate physical liminal space. You're completely trapped in a place that's neither here nor there, and you have absolutely no idea what's waiting for you around the next corner. So, using these unsettling spaces isn't some new trick, but how it's being used today, that has changed a lot. Let's take a look at the anatomy of how horror has evolved to really exploit this feeling of emptiness and anticipation. This slide really gets to the heart of a huge shift in what scares us. So traditional horror, like the Japanese legend of the Kuchisake Onna, it's all about a direct, personal confrontation. A monster literally asks you a question, and your answer decides